Abby and Kat were born in 1997 and became best friends when they were 6. Grew up together and started a band and bonded over music ever since. 20 years later, they are all grown up and spend their free time analyzing lyrics. Now here they are talking all about their Lord and Savior, Dr. Taylor Allison Swift. Taylor, if you're listening, we love you.
Welcome to Swiftlore Podcast, where we dive into the lyrics and lore of our Lord and Savior, Dr. Taylor Allison Swift.
Absolutely, that's why we're here.
I'm Kat.
I'm Abby.
And we're here.
Exactly.
This week we are covering the Debutation track 5s. So I'm covering Cold As You.
And I'm covering Delicate.
As we all know, there's so many Debutation theories that Taylor is going to drop her debut and Reputation, Taylor's version, at the same time. I don't think she's going to do it, but it's a fun theory, and I think Debutation is a fun word, so...
It is a fun word. I agree. So we're going to go over those songs. I have a lot to say about Delicate, but also not at the same time. We'll see. But also, Spotify Wrapped came out.
Yes,
Spotify
Wrapped came out. Bit. 141 of you guys, we're your top podcast,
wow.
Which is crazy.
That is so freaking cool.
It's so cool. Thank you guys so much for listening. And like 600 people were in their top 5 or something, or like 400. I can't remember numbers, but that's crazy. Thank you guys so much for listening.
Thank you. And I know a couple of people also reached out to us directly, posted on their stories and tagged us. It's just the sweetest thing ever. It's the coolest thing ever. We're so happy to be here.
Yeah, sometimes I forget that people like listen to this, and because it's just like, oh, every week I hang out with my friend and we record it and we put it on the internet and we talk about it.
Exactly.
But like, there's no like face-to-face interaction, so I'm like, it's fake. Yeah, but it's not. There's people.
Not. There's like, because there's a lot of people who listen to us, and we don't necessarily get to talk to them and interact with them. But we had someone reach out to us and be like, you got me through the year, or you remind me of my best friends and hanging out with them. And that's just so cool.
It's so cool.
We love that.
You guys are so cool.
You're so cool. So Wrapped came out for us. And I know there's a lot of like people talking about how maybe wasn't as great this year in general.
Yeah, it's definitely, it's not 100% accurate to some stuff is off.
Yes.
And also, they took away like the top genres and a couple of other things and replaced it with like the weird AI podcast, which I listened to, and I really felt like I was in the Truman Show. I really did not enjoy it, and I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Now I see why Taylor Swift will never listen to this podcast, because if I had to listen to a podcast where they're just talking about me like they know me, I'm like, but also it's computer generated, so it just felt weird.
It felt for sure weird. Yeah. Although I have seen some people like, oh, here's a crazy thing. I'm back on TikTok. Isn't that wild?
As it literally, they just, it's getting banned.
Is it?
Did you not know that they lost their appeal today?
What?
Yeah, it's getting banned as of like January 20th.
So like no more TikTok?
Yeah.
Wait, no, for serious?
Yes, I'm dead serious. Because basically because it's owned by China. There was some law passed that unless they divest, and have like the majority of the owners not be Chinese citizens, it has to shut down, and they appealed it, and it lost the appeal, so it might go to the Supreme Court, but it also might get banned, which just would mean like no new updates from the App Store, so you can keep using it for a little bit past that. But yeah,
that's wild, because I literally just started getting back to it. I was scrolling.
This is the final countdown.
Wow. Oh my gosh, this is Puzzle Tales all over again.
It really is. It's really rude that I gained 2,000 followers and then 2 months later they're gonna destroy the app, but it's fine.
I have one going it's the most popular of a TikTok I've ever posted today.
Oh yeah.
And it was literally just me playing a vinyl, but I had it on the wrong speed on accident, so it just sounds cursed.
And somebody commented and was like, imagine like somebody's sleeping over at your house and you just start playing this in the middle of the night. And then you responded to it. So then I responded and was like, you better not do that tonight, because we're having a sleepover.
We're going to do gingerbread houses.
Yes. I got little gingerbread house kits when they were on sale at Target for like Cyber Monday. And we're going to drink wine, and we're going to watch Sabrina Carpenter's Christmas special. And also my apartment is decorated for Christmas. It's very cute, very fun, very festive, very pink.
It's really cool in here, I must say. It's very cool. I
wrapped my gallery wall in wrapping paper.
Yeah.
Would recommend if you really want to listen to an audiobook and not do anything productive.
It looks so cool. When I came in, I was just like, I love that idea so much. That's so cool.
I stole it from TikTok.
Of course. Wow.
I can't go away. How will I get my festive ideas?
Do we have to go back
Instagram
to
Reels?
Pinterest?
like a heathen.
Honestly, Pinterest kind of slaps. Maybe I will go back to Pinterest.
Okay. I never got into Pinterest, but
I love an aesthetic mood board.
I'm so sad about it shutting down right after I got back
I'm also very
into
sad.
It. Wow.
I mean, it's possible that it'll get like delayed or at least overruled at the Supreme Court, but also the Supreme Court is what it is. We're recording this on Friday, December 6th, which means that tonight is the first night of the last weekend of the Eras Tour. And when you're listening, the Eras Tour is done.
Wild.
Or actually, it won't be done yet because this comes out this comes out at midnight Eastern Standard Time on Monday, and the concert won't be over until like 1:30 a.m.
Oh, wow. So there's an hour and a half left.
There's an hour and a half
of Eras
existence
Tour.
of this episode and Eras Tour.
Wowzers.
And this is the last episode we're going to release during the Eras Tour.
Oh my God. That's going to make me emotional. I can't think about that,
cray-cray.
actually. Just in general, the Eras Tour ending is a lot for me.
It's going to be so weird because, like, what is she going to do now?
Rest, hopefully.
I mean, yeah, but, like, when she can come back?
Come back. Be here.
For real. Sorry, my mom's texting me.
Classic Liz.
Classic Liz.
So you can see, again, the vibes that we have today. We're really yapping away. And so we should probably get into the songs because I feel like we're just going to ramble about Wrapped. If you have any specific questions about our Wrapped, then ask us. We'll probably bring it up again next week or the week after.
Yeah, we're going to do an episode that it'll be kind of relevant to.
But I will say that, like, Taylor is my top artist, so we love that for me.
Same.
But she was not in my top 5 songs.
Which is wild.
Or my top 10 songs.
Also what? 4 out of my top 5 are from TTPD.
So that's strange, right? Like, I feel like that's just not...
Well, but the thing is, it happened. Remember last year how, like, not a lot of my top songs were Taylor, even though she was my top person because I listened to albums a lot?
Yeah, that's
true. So
true.
it's probably that.
It's true. That's true. But my number 11 was Down Bad. And that was my most played Taylor song, which I get.
Down bad, crying at the gym. Everything comes out. Teenage petulance. All right. I feel like I should go first because debut first, and then
we'll get into Delicate.
Yeah. Then we'll end on a high note because this is a depressing ass song.
Okay.
Cold as You. This is track 5 on Taylor Swift, aka Debut, aka self-titled, aka Taylor Swift, Taylor's version eventually.
Hold on, I have to open my can. Proceed.
Yay, can. Yes, you can. It was the look of disappointment that really got me. You were like disappointed but not surprised in the least. The song was written by Taylor and Liz Rose, who was a collaborator on a lot of her early music. 7 out of the 11 tracks on Debut have Liz Rose as a collaborator. Famously, she helped co-write You Belong With Me. Mm-hmm. This song and this whole album was produced by Nathan Chapman, who, again, we have not seen hide nor hair of since Red, I want to say. Oh no, he produced This Love, right? Because I hate him. Sorry if you're one of the 3 people who likes This Love.
Brutal.
I'm sure a lot of people like it. I'm just not one of them. Taylor said in a 2008 or 2012, I can't tell when this article is from, Rolling Stone article, that Cold As You is her favorite song lyrically on Debut. She said, the hook is, I've never been anywhere cold as you. I love a line that in a song where afterward you're just like, burn.
I think it's the opposite of burn, unless it's like freezer burn. I'm going to move on from that. I'm taking it too literally, I fear. It. I also have never listened to this song, I don't think.
This song is so good.
Yeah? Okay. I'm excited to listen
to it. The hidden
it.
message for this song is Time to Let Go, which, like, kind of wild with It's Time to Go as a song on Evermore. This song has only been performed 3 times live.
Oh, wow.
Ever. March 19th, 2013 on the Red Tour in St. Louis, Missouri. And then twice on the Eras Tour, once April 23rd, 2023 in Houston. And that was a piano song in Houston. I can say it right, I promise. And it was also played November 1st, mashed up with Exile on the piano in Indianapolis. Which, very interesting to mash it up with Exile, but also like wild that she has only played the song 3 times and it's been out for like
that is wild.
18 years. Damn. In terms of my personal connections, I definitely was so angsty about this song when I was like 13. Like the chokehold that Debut had on me as somebody who had never like romantically held hands with a person, let alone been in love, is wild. It should be studied in a lab because like why was I so obsessed with this album that I could not relate to in the least?
I mean, she's the one who wrote it and she also couldn't relate to it.
That's true. That's true. I don't have too much other front matter. So we'll just hop into the lyrics. Overall, this song makes me want to go back in time and fist fight this guy that the song is about. Because fuck you. I feel like you're going to end up having some thoughts about these lyrics. Should we listen to the song before we go in?
I feel like I should hear at least part of the song, the first verse and the chorus. I can actually play it.
Yeah.
So I'll do that now. So
I fucking love this song. Honestly, I kind of forgot because I don't listen to it regularly because I don't really listen to the stolen versions.
Yeah, I feel like, so when I listen to Debut, when it comes out, it will be my first time for a lot of the songs.
I'm excited.
Like truly my first time. That's wild.
It's so good.
Wow, I'm really excited now.
It's such a banger. I feel like that's the thing with Debut is everybody's like, oh, I don't know any of the songs. It's like, well, you will. Also, the way that she sounds, like she's such a baby there.
She's such a baby.
She's like, ugh. She's just a baby.
She is.
So we'll just start. See why I want to fight someone?
Yes, I see.
You have a way of coming easily to me. Honestly, I don't really know what this line means, so I just don't have any notes for it. Like, is it just like he easily comes up in her mind? I don't really know. And the rest of the song doesn't really give it context to make sense.
I feel like
and Genius was no help.
Genius. No, Genius is great a lot of the time.
Just not for this song.
I feel like it's like the relationship comes really easy to her. Like being around him comes easy for her.
Yeah.
Or like it just feels like a really natural thing that exists like naturally.
That's true. And when you take the very best of me. That feeling when you're like young and you love someone and you just want them to love you back. So you kind of just let them take everything from you, like your love and your happiness and your joy. And they end up, twisting it and turning it into something dark and like not positive anymore. And then you're just kind of left with the worst version of yourself. Mm-hmm. It sucks. This guy sucks. So I start a fight because I need to feel something.
Ow.
Very The Way I Loved You coded. She feels he's pulling away. So to make sure that it's not just apathy that he's feeling, she's doing something to stir up emotions because there's nothing worse. Like the opposite of love isn't hate, it's apathy. Mm-hmm. And like the feeling of them just not caring at all is so much worse than the feeling of somebody hating you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you do what you want because I'm not what you wanted. This sucks so much. It's like being a teenager and like realizing that you're not what the person that you love wants, and no matter what you do, you can't like love them into wanting you. Mm-hmm. Like you can be the best, most perfect version of yourself, but they're still going to do whatever they want because you're not what they want.
Ow. That hurts.
It does hurt.
Spear's over there whining about it.
Spear's even crying.
Ugh, Spear, it's okay, baby.
You're okay, baby.
I love her so much.
Me too. Oh, what a shame. What a rainy ending given to a perfect day. When like a relationship ends,
Spear's really crying. Spear said this song.
Spear's like, I've never been anywhere cold as you. Derogatory.
Oh.
But yeah, so it sucks when a relationship ends and all of the memories of your relationship that were really positive, as soon as you break up, it's like all of them become tainted because you look back and you're like, I really loved this date that we went on and like when we said I love you or whatever. But if we broke up a week later, that means that he wasn't feeling the same way. So like, what else did I miss? And now like everything that was a positive memory is now just like a mental show of what you missed and like what a fool you are.
Yeah.
Just walk away. Ain't no use defending words that you will never say. She's the one who like let him walk away or like is telling him like you need to leave. because she knows that even if he started saying like, I love you, I want to be with you, whatever, and tried to defend that point of view of like, no, I do love you and I do want to be with you, she knows that he wouldn't have said that without her saying like, this is over first.
Wow.
And now that I'm sitting here thinking it through, I've never been anywhere cold as you. Burn. Yeah. The way that Genius was like, and she's from Pennsylvania, so that's saying a lot.
Genius, oh man.
That was the only good note that Genius had for this whole song.
If you write for Genius, can you write into us, please? I just want to talk.
All right, verse 2. You put up walls and paint them all a shade of gray. The first half of the line, like, you put up walls where she can feel him closing off and putting up walls, and then also painting them gray is like for him, like he's creating this outward show of just like apathy and boredom and like gray nothingness, but we don't know what what it looks like for him on the inside. We only see what she can see, which is the outside of the walls that are gray and bland and boring.
Right.
And then as someone who's lived in many apartments with gray walls, it's fucking depressing. Gray walls suck and they bring your mood down.
It also reminds me very much of, the type of person that puts up walls to be emotionally distant and then painting them gray, like being vague about like what you are and not what, like never saying what you're feeling.
Yeah.
So it's like painting the walls gray. So like the boundaries are up. She doesn't know why. She doesn't know how he's feeling. So it's all very vague.
And also, of course, in Dear John,
Dear John,
Dear John, paint me a blue sky, then go back and change it to gray. So this is her first mention of gray in a song, I'm pretty sure.
That would make sense. It's her
cray,
first
cray.
album.
Cray, cray, gray, gray.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm back to it.
We're writers. We're podcasters. And I stood there loving you and wished them all away. Like that feeling of loving someone so much who does not feel the same and is just putting forward all of these very clear signs of like, I don't like you, I don't want to engage, this is like annoying me, putting up walls, painting them gray, walking away without a second thought, and you're just like, I'm just gonna love you harder because then it will work and it'll break through and the prince will turn from a frog back to a prince and like everything will be great because I just loved you so much that true love can fix anything. And realistically that just is not going to happen. You can't fix somebody else or change somebody else to be better for you. They can make that choice for themselves, but there's nothing that you can do to force that. You can't love somebody into loving themselves or changing themselves.
I couldn't have said it better myself. That's very true. I also keep thinking of Exile. I don't know why I keep thinking of Exile.
It's because she matched us up with Exile.
Is that why?
I mean, also, I think there's very much Exile vibes.
Yeah, I gave so many signs. That's what it keeps being in my head right now. Oh man, that mashup. Woof.
We'll have to listen to that later when we're drunk so we can cry. This is like genuinely heartbreaking fucking line. You're not ready for it.
Okay, I'm ready.
And you come away with a great little story of a mess of a dreamer with the nerve to adore you.
I just made a pterodactyl noise.
I know, I heard it, and that's correct. Like, you come away with a great little story of a mess of a dreamer with the nerve to adore you? Taylor!
Oh, there's a lot to unpack there.
There's a lot to unpack there.
Like, every word of that.
That feeling of realizing things are over and your love story is now just a story and you know that you will be cast as the naive fool.
Yeah.
Ouch. The nerve to adore you also is like, again, with that idea of like she was annoying him by loving him and wishing his walls away.
Yeah.
And like picking fights to make him feel something. Like, it's just so annoying that she was so clingy and loved him. It's like,
yeah. She's saying like, all you're going to do after this is tell all your friends about your crazy ex.
Exactly. Go and tell your friends that I'm obsessive and crazy. I'll tell mine that you're gay. Or for me, I'll tell mine that you're straight. I've only done that once with an ex. Pretty sure I was right though.
You're straight.
I feel like that would be a way worse burn. I'm going to cover a picture to burn in to say you're straight.
I think you should.
I think it would be a vibe.
Heterophobic version.
Heterophobic. Exactly. That's how I'm trying to be. 2025 goals.
Oh my goodness.
Heterophobia. Kidding. I have a lot of friends that are straight people. My parents are straight people even.
Wow. There you go.
And then the second chorus is the same as the first one. And then the bridge. You never did give a damn thing, honey, but I cried for you. Again, like realizing that she was so much more invested in this relationship than he ever was. And she's sitting there crying for him, but he doesn't care. He never gave a damn thing, honey. So he didn't lose anything because he didn't give anything away.
He never called it what it was.
Exactly. And also, like, I knew you were trouble. You never loved me or her or anyone or anything.
Yeah. I'm going to do that every time.
It's so good every time. I'm slapping my knee. I just unironically slap my knee and then realized
my bit.
I love a bit. I love a bit where you sound like the AI voice trying to do a bunch of ahs.
I'm really good at it. Wow, she's really good.
Did you know that when they filmed that, they didn't have any sound on the piano? So she had no idea what sound they were going to put in. And like, imagine having to watch that back and like you're doing your whole thing and you're demi Lovato and you're hearing like, she's really good. And then you're listening and it's that.
It's so silly.
It's so good.
That scene
I would
is
give
iconic.
anything to watch their faces at the premiere of that, of them realizing like, that's what's really good.
She's doing so much. She's like playing with so many hands.
And then it's not reflected at all in the music.
So many hands. She's playing with two hands. But
she's doing a lot. Yeah, she's doing a whole thing.
Oh my goodness. We're talking about Camp Rock for those who are unaware.
Yeah, Camp Rock. She's really good scene with Allison. I want to say Hannigan and I know it's wrong because that's not her.
Oh man, you know what? And I love this actor. Yes, I love this person. I love the work they do and the content they create. But I couldn't remember their name.
It'd be like that sometimes. All right, back to the bridge. Right. This is a short bridge. It's only 2 lines. And I know you wouldn't have told nobody if I died for you.
Whoa.
Died for you. We love repetition, first of all. She's like, I would die for you. It dies and it dies and it dies a million little times. But like this idea of she would have died for him, like that's how much she loved him, and he wouldn't have even loved her back enough to like acknowledge her sacrifice. Also, peace. All these people think love's for show, but I would die for you in secret.
Yeah.
But like finding somebody who actually would appreciate that as opposed to like taking it for granted. Interesting change.
Completely different message, but in Clarabeau, I'm also thinking about die if it happened to me.
Oh, ouch.
Yeah.
But yeah, that line, like, it hits. It's brutal. And then the final chorus has 1 line change. Instead of, so just walk away, ain't no use defending words that you will never say. It's every smile you fake is so condescending, counting all the scars you made.
Whoa.
I know.
Isn't she like 14 when she wrote this? That's wild.
I know. I'm like, damn.
Huh.
Got syllables, bro.
You got
like
words.
It's
for
like bars,
days.
but it's country music.
You got syllables.
I'm like, this lyric is so like rage, like it fills me with rage because especially like we know around this time that she was dating somebody who was like a couple years older than her, and they think like when you're dating somebody that's older than you by a couple years and you're younger, it's like so easy for them to be condescending because they also don't know shit, but you know less shit than they know. And they think that they're like so good at hiding like the fact that they're being condescending and like looking down on you, but they're not. And it's like, how dare you condescend to me when you're breaking my heart? Like, that's so fucked up.
Right.
Brutal.
So brutal.
And also like the act of placating you with the like condescending smile is just even causing more damage. And it's brutal. And that is Cold as You.
Wow. That is a downer.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
But it's a fucking banger too.
Wow.
I'm so excited for Taylor's version.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta say, I'll give it a shot. I will be listening to it.
I mean, like, she's just such a good lyricist that even then.
Yeah. It is really cool to me to think about like hearing these songs that she wrote when she was so young and then performing them again now that she's in her 30s. And I think that's so cool. And I just wonder what she's going to do. Did she alter anything? Is there going to be like a new depth to them because of like her wisdom?
I mean, it's going to be, I already know there's going to be edits of like the like right ear, left ear of like 16-year-old Taylor versus 36. No, 35. She's turning 35 next week. Anyways, numbers.
Wow.
My discussion question: what's the coldest place you've ever been?
Remember that time we went camping?
Oh, I tried not to.
No, that might have been though. That was really cold. I think that was the coldest I've ever been.
Ryan was supposed to keep the fire going. He said he knew how to keep a wood fire going.
We just had this little cabin where the fire went out. It was really cold. It was like November.
Yeah.
And
I was drunk, so I kept going outside and letting all the hot air out.
And I just wasn't prepared for that because, like, I didn't know it was going to be that cold inside the little cabin, and I was very cold. That's the coldest place I've been. What about you?
Fair. I don't know. Like, I used to go for some winter runs that were pretty chilly. I do love a winter run. But
it was pretty cold when you ran the half marathon.
Oh my God, yeah, that fucking half marathon from hell. In January 2020, I ran a half marathon. There's around here, the people who do like all the races and stuff, they do a 4-season challenge for half marathons, and I did it in 2020. And the January one is literally just like at an industrial complex through parking lots, and it's a 4 laps around parking lots. It sucks as much as you would imagine it sucks to run 4 laps around an industrial park in January. It's like no nice views and like misery.
Yeah, it definitely gave like a weird energy. There were weird vibes in that half marathon.
Yeah. But so that was
pretty cold. Yeah.
So now,
delicate.
In it.
That's from our London episode, I'm pretty sure. So,
I think so
that would make sense if we did that.
Unless there's another time where you tried bad British accents besides
Brad. Don't bring Brad into this.
Who the fuck is Brad?
I don't know. I don't actually know any Brads personally. Although there's Bradley Cooper, who I don't know personally, but me and Liv send each other this one picture of him sometimes just out of the blue. We call it the cursed Bradley image.
Incredible.
I got her a mug with his face. I just sent it to her in the mail.
Iconic.
Anyway, we're not talking about Bradley Cooper. We're talking about Delicate. I need to focus. So this morning I watched the music video in preparation. Obviously, I'm going to be talking about the music video a lot. But then it was stuck in my head. I had a brief reprieve from Defying Gravity, and Amelia, my cat, was sitting in my lap, and I just was singing Delicate to her, and I got this video of me just singing it to her and like kissing her wool head.
Aww,
just being like,
that's so cute.
Isn't it? Anyway, we love Amelia.
Amelia's version.
Thank you for being my cat. I did see, I sang it as Delicate. I'm literally
I'm obsessed with that.
Like, ridiculous. No one can ever see this video, but also that's how I am. That's how I am.
I want to see the video.
Okay, I might show you.
Yay.
This is track 5 off of Taylor's 6th album, Reputation. It was produced by Max Martin and Shellback. So this song they called it a sleeper hit because I guess it like sort of grew in popularity over time, but it also had a long-lasting run. So it spent 21 weeks on the chart at first and became the longest charting song from Reputation on the Hot 100, and then it ended up staying until 35 weeks, or maybe it was at 53 weeks. I don't know. This is a very confusing quote, but the point is it was on there for a long time.
Like a year.
Like a while. And then it became the 9th longest charting song by a female artist on the chart in history.
Damn.
Critics love this song. I didn't find a single bad review about the song, and that's right.
That's right.
That's
if there was a bad review, they took them out back.
They're literally wrong. So this was included in Vanity Fair's Best Pop Songs of 2017. And this quote, even at her most publicly beset, Taylor Swift possesses a secret weapon that separates her from the competition. Truly unimpeachable songcraft.
True.
Those are a lot of, like, that's an interesting way to phrase that, but it's right. It was performed on the Reputation Stadium Tour and the Eras Tour. And there are also some one-off performances, including a surprise acoustic performance with Hayley Kiyoko on December 6th, 2018, which is exactly 6 years ago today. Exactly
2018.
2018. Yep.
I remember 2018. I saw Hayley Kiyoko in New York City that year.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
What a time. And then I was on her Instagram, but then she took the post down.
Did you screenshot it?
Of course.
Oh, thank goodness.
Of course.
We were
a free poster.
we were on we were like clearly in the picture that Orla took on stage at the concert. Like both of us are clearly in there. We both look good.
We both, yeah, and it is annoying that she posted it the day after I did my November photo dump, but I'll forgive her because I love her.
Yes, and it's very exciting. I still can't believe that happened. Oh my gosh, Orla, we love you. So someone on TikTok inspired this chant before the song where they say, 1, 2, 3,
let's go, bitch.
Right. Which
it's before the beat drops.
Yes, it's before the beat drops. I also remember, I think it was Elise Myers did this video before. She was prepping for the Eras tour, and she was like, I know that there's some call and responses that the fans do, and this was the one where she was just like, is this a real thing, or am I being punked to just like embarrass myself at the show?
Oh no.
So that's what that made me think of.
And I love that.
Delicate was the last single and music video that she released under Big Machine Records. It was also Taylor's version of this song was featured in The Summer I Turned Pretty, but it has not been released yet.
Rude.
Like, you mean I could be listening to this 24/7?
Isn't it?
Like, gimme. If you can't give me Rep TV, can I just have the song, please?
With just a little crumb.
Just a little, just a
little sweet treat. A little delicate as a treat.
Yes. So Taylor described the song as the album's first point of vulnerability. So the first 4 songs on the album are a lot of her being like, you know what, I don't care what people think of me. Like, I'm rising from the ashes. All of you guys hate me. That's just fine. You know, I'm a boss, whatever. And then this song starts to show that, like, yeah, she actually does care about it. But what's really cool is that the production of this song has this vocoder effect over her voice. And so she said that she included that because it was sad but beautiful. But to me, the production adds that layer of like, she's saying these really vulnerable things, but she still has to disguise her voice and warp it a little bit because it's so scary.
I love that.
There's also a music video, and the music video is excellent.
It's so fun and fun. Fun and fun.
It's fun.
I was going to say fun and cute, but
it's fun and it's also
it is
fun.
double fun. It's fun, and also, did you know that it's fun?
I did know that because I watched it today again. I remember the first time I saw anything from this music video, I saw the clip of like her at the weirdest part of her dance, but the song wasn't over it. Like, they took the song away and they did the realistic sounds.
Oh no.
Right. And that's the first time I saw it. And my brother sent it to me, you know, James, he sent it to me and I watched it and he just went, what is she doing? And I looked at it and I was like, I honestly don't know. Like, what is she doing? Because I didn't realize the plot of the music video. I didn't know where it was from. I didn't know why.
You had no context, just
I was
vibes.
like, because, okay, we all know that dance is awkward. Like, I don't know if anyone could make that dance look
no, but that's like
great.
the point.
But that's the point. That's the point. And so I had no idea. So that's my first exposure to the music video. And then I watched it in context. I was like, oh, I get it. And I think that the music video is so cool and powerful because the whole plot, for those who haven't seen it, go watch it. The whole plot is that, like, at first everyone is paying so much attention to her, all the lights, camera, bitch, smile, as you were. And like, she's so jaded by it. She's unhappy. And then she all of a sudden becomes invisible and she gets to just do whatever she wants and dance weird and like do all these wild things and be wild, and I love it because
and she does a split
so free, and she does a split on a car, and she's wearing this great little fringy dress, and she's in the rain, and it's great. And there's also one part where she makes these faces in the mirror to herself, and I think it's amazing how vulnerable she is in this music video, because like, it takes a lot to be ugly on camera.
Yeah, no
one wants to be ugly on camera. And that's something that, like, I notice Emma Stone does a lot, too. Like, she's not afraid to just, like, be weird a little bit. And neither did Taylor. And I think showing that side of yourself, like, the imperfect sides of yourself, imperfect, quote unquote, is just, like, a really brave thing to do. So I love that she was able to go there here. So a lot of this is about her relationship with her audience and how she did go away. Like, in Miss Americana, she says, no one saw me for a year. So this is her literally being invisible because this was her coming back after her year off. And at the same time, she's entering this new relationship. And so to me, it's like not only is she invisible, she's also being completely herself and walking into this relationship being completely herself. And the song is being like, isn't it delicate? Like, is it cool that I did that? Is it cool that I'm being completely myself? Will I still be accepted being completely authentic? Mm-hmm. And like, that's also a very scary thing. A lot of the times when we enter a relationship, we put our best foot forward and we sort of disguise ourselves a little bit. And this is the case where she's like, my reputation sucks. No one likes me. Everyone thinks I'm this horrible person. And I'm coming at you like completely as I am. Like, where are you?
Yeah.
Where are you at? There's also a vertical video that was originally released to Spotify. And now it's also on YouTube, I think. I didn't watch that one, but I guess it's like one take. And I think she's also clutching a necklace that's like a J. For reasons that I won't get into. Haha.
Not gonna talk about that
in my podcast. So personal connections, like this song is real. This song is very real. I think everyone has that anxiety entering any new relationship. It can be a friendship or a romantic relationship of all the things I just said, being afraid to be vulnerable, being afraid that you'll show them your true colors and they won't like them. And so I love what this song represents, even though like, it's not necessarily like the best lyrically. It doesn't have the most complicated lyrics, but I think the message is so like there's so much depth to it. And of course, like the melody and the production, just like go crazy, go stupid. It's so good. It does.
It's so good.
Yeah. Also this morning, I came up with another mashup moment. So I think that you could very easily mash up Cornelia Street into the song. So for I hope I never lose you, hope it never ends, I'll never walk Cornelia Street again. And then it goes into the like, is it cool that I said all that? Right? So anyway, if anyone wants to do that mashup, there you have it. Okay. So now we get into the lyrics. So this song starts with that fun little vocoder effect. It's just her voice. And it says, this ain't for the best. My reputation's never been worse, so you must like me for me. Which is my favorite lyric off of this song.
It's so good.
You must like, hold on. I actually like can't even gather my thoughts about that. I have to hold space for that. So Taylor said, you start to wonder, could something fake like your reputation affect something real, like someone getting to know you? And you start to wonder, how much does all that matter? So everyone at the time had all these preconceived notions and her reputation was horrible, but this person still wants to be with her. So he must see through all that. I just think that's so beautiful. Mm-hmm. Did you have anything to add?
I love that line.
It's great. We can't make any promises now, can we, babe? Like it's new. It might work. It might not, but you can make me a drink. Alcohol is used as a metaphor for love a lot on this album. We've talked about that in previous episodes.
1, 2, 3. Let's go, bitch.
Right. That's actually my next note. So cool.
Sorry.
We can skip right past that. No, don't apologize because it's cool. It's cool that you said all that. It's chill that you're in my head. It's actually not delicate.
I'm in the head.
You are. Well, we do share a brain cell.
That's true.
Dive bar on the east side. Where you at? So grammatically, I hate that. Like it does bug me. But
it's
also
giving you up text.
Yes. Also, it's very realistic because that's how guys text. Because this whole part, she's saying, where you at? Phone lights up my nightstand in the black. Come here, you can meet me in the back. So, first of all, the flow of that, the rhyme of that, very cool.
The rhythm's
great. But she's also painting that picture of it's the middle of the night. She's at home alone. She's already in bed. Her phone's on her nightstand, like plugged in the dark, lights off. And she gets this text, where you at? And he's like, come on, you can come. Like, we'll be in the back. So, like, you'll still have privacy, but you'll be with me. And she's like, okay, let me put on my dress. So you can take it off. Mm-hmm. So that sounded a bit like Twilight.
Did I tell you I finished rereading all the Twilight books?
Did you finish finally?
Yeah. Oh, I finished it like a week ago. I was just cruising through those
I
patties.
haven't even seen you a week ago. I love that for you. Dark jeans and your Nikes. Look at you. Oh, damn. Never seen that color blue.
That color blue.
As soon as I said it, I heard you giggle a little bit. I said, I'm going to hold space for Kat to make fun of me.
Anyways,
okay.
Sorry, continue.
No, he's in jeans. So again,
but also is the color blue his eyes?
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
I'm thinking the color blue is his eyes. She also talks about blue a lot, as we've mentioned in previous episodes. But there's also "Dancing in Your Levi's" from Cardigan. Mm-hmm. So there you go. This is also such like a standard dude. Like he texts her, "Where are you at?" I'm in my jeans and my Nike shoes.
Yeah, he's like, "Where are you at?" She's like, "Okay, I'll come." And then she shows up and he's in jeans and Nikes. Also, this is so realistic of her to be like, "Oh my God, he looks so good in those jeans and Nikes."
It's
real. So you're down bad.
It's so
you
real.
crying at the gym, girl? Because
she will be.
True.
Eventually. Sorry, too soon? Too soon. Mm. Just think of the fun things we could do.
Spicy.
I was about to make a joke, but then I couldn't come up with an example in time before you said spicy.
Sorry.
I was going to say like something fun, like innocent fun. Like it's be like, oh, like play.
Let's get some ice cream.
Like bowling?
When we were younger, when Live While You're Young was popular.
Oh, yeah.
We'd always say, tonight, let's get some ice cream. And to the point where I made Abby a CD for her 16th birthday, and I went into audio software and I edited in me saying, "Get some ice cream."
Ice cream. And the way you said it too was like,
it was like
so
ice cream. And then I wrote a terrible song for her.
I still have the CD.
Burn it.
I'm Only Me When I'm With You is on it.
It is.
I forgot about Tonight, Let's Get Some Ice Cream. We were really ridiculous with that. We were. That's wild. So it's also giving Guilty as Sin or I Can See You. Just like thinking about the things they could be doing.
In the middle of the night in my dreams. You should see the things we do.
Ooh, that too.
Baby.
So the pre-chorus, it repeats what she said at the beginning. So this time for the best.
It's okay. You already said it.
Yeah, exactly. But she adds, "'Cause I like you and yeah, I want you." She adds that. And so it's like adding this other layer of vulnerability by admitting that she does have feelings and she does want this. But it's still layered over this beat and this reverb. So she's still like got her walls up.
She's still she's hiding behind the production.
Exactly. Then we get into the chorus. Is it cool that I said all that? Very like cool girl trope. You know how many times we've said that and every single time I can't say it?
I'm a cool girl.
Cool girl will be different. That's Dodie. I don't know.
I was singing Tovlo. Very different vibes.
Very different. So, is it chill that you're in my head? I feel like the only people that ever go, yeah, that's chill, or is it chill, are the people who are the least chill, you know?
It's either the least chill or the most chill.
Right. Like, is it chill? Is it chill? Like trying so hard to appear calm. It reminds me of that scene in Parks and Rec where Leslie is like, I am super chill all the time. Me too. Because I know that it's delicate. I think it's interesting how she immediately makes the statement, like, is it cool that I did that? Because I know that it's delicate. I know this is new. I know this is fragile. I know it could break at any moment. But then she immediately goes into, isn't it? Like, isn't it delicate? The chorus starts with, is it? And then it ends with, isn't it? And I think that's fun. Mm-hmm. Second verse. Third floor on the west side, me and you.
Love.
My note was, so clearly the drink went well. All right. Handsome, you're a mansion with a view. I'm imagining, is this New York City? I feel like this is New York City. And like a lot of the times you have apartments in New York City, not mansions. So I'm imagining that they go back to her apartment and she's like, wow, you're a mansion, like in this apartment. Like you're the whole deal. You're just like everything.
I wonder also if it was like they walked in and he's like, oh, this place is so you. And she's like, you know what you are? A mansion with a view. I don't know why I did the little snap.
I don't know either.
But, you know, it felt right.
Or maybe it's because mansion has the word man in it and view because he's pretty. Who's to say?
We could both be right. We could both be wrong.
Sometimes I just say things. I think it's really funny when like one of our clips, I'm talking specifically about one of our clips that's gotten really popular on Instagram and people are like, it's not that deep. And I'm like, that is the point of this podcast. Yeah. I just be saying things.
Like, listen, you're the one who's commenting.
Do the girls back home touch you like I do? All right.
That's another fan thing is everybody goes, no, they don't.
Oh, really?
And she does a little like,
aw. Well, this is another very vulnerable question because she's showing that she's a little insecure. And I feel like we've all kind of thought this question to ourselves in some way or another, where it's like, am I special to you? Mm-hmm. Long night with your hands up in my hair. Okay, so yeah.
Squeezy.
They're still doing that.
Abby's like boring next. Let's get to the good part. Her insecurity. the asexual therapist strikes again. Like sex, whatever. I want to diagnose you, Taylor.
The emotions. Whew. Oh, that's too good. All right. Echoes of your footsteps on the stairs. Stay here, honey. I don't want to share. So she's saying that like I can hear. I don't know if the echoes of your footsteps on the stairs is him coming in or him leaving.
Or I think of it as just like she's imagining him coming back.
Yeah, that's true. Like, and she's also saying, I don't want to share. Like, I don't want this to be casual, knee deep in the passenger seat. I want it to be like, I want to be exclusive. I want to be yours. All right. We get into the pre-chorus again, which is the same, and the chorus and the post-chorus, which is the same. And then we get to the bridge. Sometimes I wonder when you sleep, are you ever dreaming of me?
In the middle of the nights in my dreams.
Yes. So I looked at taylorandx.tumblr.com. Now, I found out that she mentions dreams on every single album.
She mentioned it in my song, Mess of a Dreamer.
Yes, she does. She mentions it in 5 track 5 songs. She says dreams in 5 track 5s, including Cold As You. And she mentions them in so many songs. Do you have an estimation of how many songs she mentions dreams?
32.
It is approximately 65.
Whoa, that is double what I guessed.
Dream, 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 dream.
Okay, Taylor. Lautner.
This is another very vulnerable question where she wants to know, like, tell me about your dreams from You Belong With Me. And sometimes when I look into your eyes, I pretend you're mine all the damn time. I used to read this line as her, like, soft launching her vulnerability by being like, you know, sometimes I think about you all the time. That's how I used to think it meant. But upon further reflection, I think that it's more her saying, like, sometimes I just wonder about, like, us being, like, a couple, like, exclusive, as opposed to what we currently are now.
I love the situationship energy of this song.
Yes, yeah. It's
very
much
hopeful situationship.
Yes, and in this case, it, you know, they ended up actually dating.
And in my case, we didn't.
And then we've got the chorus, which... it's so cool. It's layered. In the music video, she's in the rain and she's dancing and it's so cool. And in the song, it's the 'cause I like you and is the cool that I said all that all at the same time. It's great. It's awesome.
And I wonder, like, at that part, since everything's overlapping, it's kind of like her internal monologue of like everything going through her head before she finally like expresses it out loud.
Yeah. It's just a great song.
It's a great fucking song.
Oh my god. So good. Oh my goodness.
We stand Delicate.
We do stand Delicate.
And those were the Debutation track 5s.
My discussion question is, what would you do if you were invisible for a day?
Theft. Kidding.
Crime.
I wouldn't go straight to crime, probably. I'd probably like sneak into some museums and just be able to like look at stuff without like, or if I'm invisible for a full day, I can get on a plane, go someplace with some cool things, and then...
Well, are you invisible? Like, you would still be, like, corporeal, though, right? So, like, if you got on a plane, you would have to stand in the aisle and then somehow, like, get out of the way of the flight. I'm thinking too hard about this.
I think I'd figure it out.
Okay.
Also, like, what if they hit me? Like, what are they going to do? Oh, there's an invisible person on the flight? That's the last thing that they would get to on their list.
That's true.
I'd just go ghost on it. But yeah, so I'd probably like fly somewhere with cool museums and just walk around the museums and like get really close to stuff. Set off a whole bunch of sensors.
Yeah. That's a great idea. That's a great plan. I don't know what I would do.
Or if it was specifically these 24 hours, I would sneak into the Eras tour.
Ooh. Oh, concerts.
Yeah.
Concerts.
I would be front row. I'd be right in front of Taylor for the My Tears Ricochet.
We could just hop on the stage.
We could just hop up there.
And just like hang out and dance. Like in literally the Delicate music video. That's the dream.
That's the dream.
That's what we'd do.
We'd be the next dancers for the Eras Tour.
Yes,
and it'd be great because nobody could see us, which is my ideal way to dance. Dance like nobody's watching. That's the only way I will dance, actually, is if nobody is watching.
Yeah, you know, the other day I was having my dance party on the Depressed Queens cool down playlist that I have. Down Bad is on there, so I was doing my whole thing, and Amelia was just sitting on the couch watching me with such judgment in her eyes. I'm like, listen, I'm not sorry.
Sometimes when I try to get Spear to dance with me, she sighs and leaves the room. Or if she's in a crazy mood, she just starts spring loading, jumping off the ground and hitting me in the face.
I love her so much. I found this video of my mom and I singing For Good after Wicked came out, and I sent it to the group chat, and Kat played it on her TV and then sent me a video of Spear just watching it so intently.
And like genuinely, like she sat there. Spear loves Abby.
I love Spear.
Abby is like Spear's number 2 person after me.
I love her.
And like, it was so fun. Like Spear genuinely watched the video like the full way through and like sat, like she doesn't really like sit and watch TV. Like but she was sitting up watching the screen like the entire time. It was so cute.
I love her. I'm so excited because now we're going to have our fun little sleepover moment.
Yes.
And it'll be great. There's going to be pizza and gingerbread houses and movies and Sabrina Carpenter. I also, now that we're sort of finished with that, want to take a moment to honor our Swiftest tier patrons. So we've got, I know it's Bethany, September, M, Ashley, Liam. I believe that's everyone.
I believe so.
Yeah. We love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. We have planned currently, Kat and I are going to go on this little writer's retreat moment. It'll be our Long Pond studio session. We're going at the end of December. So we're thinking about having our live stream that happens for our Swifter and Swiftest tier patrons, where they get to participate in our monthly live stream. So,
and we're going to do the full song sorter quiz of like all of Taylor's music. It takes a couple hours, so we're going to both do it at the same time and do like a little screen share moment.
Yeah, and other people can play along, put in their input.
It's always really interesting. Some of the lineups are painful and hard choices, and some of them are easy. So it'll be interesting. And also, I think it'll be really fun to look at it this year versus last year.
Yeah, for sure.
My hint song is Thinking Out Loud by Ed Sheeran.
Ooh, mine is Colors by Halsey.
Love to see it.
Wow.
And that's all for us. Follow us on TikTok, well, you still can, at Swiftlore Pod.
And on Instagram at Swiftlore Pod. We also have our lovely, lovely Patreon. That's at Swiftlore Podcast. We always have the links in our, we have it in the link tree on our Instagram, but then also in the show notes. So checky there.
Checky.
I hate that I said checky.
I know, that's why I repeated it. I was trying to help you. It's like when I was in the talent show at my summer camp when I was in like elementary school, and I tried to do a cartwheel and I fell, and my friend that I was doing it with saw me, and so she did the same thing to make it look like it was on purpose.
That's a true friend.
That was a true friend. I could not tell you her name. We were like 7, but
in the moment it was rare. It was there.
It was rare. It was there. We were dancing to Avril Lavigne. What a time.
And we were dancing into cartwheels.
Crispy high five?
Yeah. All right.
Crisp.
Bye.